So for those of you that don't know me, I have a pretty loud voice, so we'll give some time for the mic to get switched over. My name's Jared Talbot. I am running for re-election on the school board. Just to let you know a little bit about me, who am I? I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm an uncle, I'm a father. I have twin boys that are in 3rd grade. I have a little girl that's 6 going on 16. We all know what that's all about. My wife and I have lived in Goffstown for about 14 years now. We lived 4 years over in Bernardville. Then we moved over to right off Parker Station Road. So we're close to New Boston, stone's throw from there. A lot of construction going on over there right now. It's great. It was really nice living in Bernardville because we did have the opportunity to see Bartlett a lot when we were voting. Very old school, very traditional school. And I will tell you that during that time, there was a lot of games going on and a lot of Super Bowls that were won and a lot of St. A's parties that occurred. So Bernardville was a great place to be. A little bit about me. I am a operations excellence director for a government contractor. I work in the Defense Department, well, not for the Defense Department, but I work as a contractor building a lot of things, making sure that I look at processes, making sure that I put in key performance indicators. How do we know what we're doing in the middle of a budget? How do we know what we're doing at the end of a budget? Are we ahead of schedule? Are we below schedule? What are the levers that we can pull to return to green? Those are the things that I live with every day. Another thing that I do is I am a part-time adjunct professor at the University of New Hampshire. I teach in the business school and decision sciences department. I've been standing all day. I actually gave a test to some of my undergrad students. I also teach graduate students. But I teach statistics. I teach operations management. I teach quantitative decision making. And yes, I teach information systems on how we use technology to supposedly make our lives better. Some of the things that I've worked at the school board is, we're looking for my 3rd term. I've served 6 years. 5 of those I've been predominantly in the budget committee, advocating for the school board. I see many, many, many people that I've worked with in the budget committee. We've had some great conversations. Part of my job as that advocate of the school board is putting what the school board wants first, even though I disagree with it. I've done that many times for our capital reserve fund. I agree that we need to be able to replace our assets. However, I think that it should be raised by taxation. We use the term unreserved fund balance. That will offset taxes if we actually return it to the taxpayers. It says right in the brochure, it says right in the guide, this will not be raised by taxation. It doesn't affect taxation. That is wrong. That is money that's already been collected, and we want to retain it and use it for something that you have not voted on. I don't agree with that. I always want to put things to the votes and to the voters to make sure that we actively participate in what we want. I've done some collective bargaining agreements. 2 years ago, I was part of the teachers' collective bargaining agreement where we looked at making sure that we had the ability to retain great teachers. We didn't bring in teachers, and after 3 or 4 years, they left us for greener pastures and higher pay. I wanted to make sure that I worked with the administration, 2 other school board members, and of course the unions to make sure that we had the right pay for our teachers. The next year, I worked on our support staff, so those paras, those custodians, making sure that they also had the pay they deserve for the work that they did during COVID. All of those were approved by the taxpayers. I was also part of the committee that brought in Jess Milligan as our vice principal. I will say that Lauren did a great job during that. I worked with her on that as well as in the budget committee for some items, but I was happy to bring Jess home to Goffstown. She was our vice principal at Maple. I'm glad that she came back to the middle school. I was also the facilities needs chair, working in Goffstown, looking at our students, looking at our capacity, making sure that we had the space in order to have our students present. My name is Talbot. I believe in the three T's: truth, transparency, and trusted. Those are the things that I always look for. And I will tell you, if I am blessed to be reelected on the school board, there will be a vote coming up. What do we do with our current 4th graders at Maple? There's too many. Are we going to move them to the MVS? If we do, I will only vote for that based on everybody moving or a volunteer basis of those parents that want their kids to be at MVMS. I think that is important, that our parents have a say in what they do for their students and for our children. Thank you for your time. Please vote for me for re-election. Thank you.